Okay. Okay, it's starting. Okay, so if you can first tell me your name
Sure.
and what do you do here at Wish?
I'm Nick Natario, Natario. I am a reporter, video journalist.
Okay. And so how often do you use Facebook Live?
Truthfully, I have probably not used Facebook Live since November. So it has been a long time since I've used it.
Okay. And why is that?
I think it's more suited for a breaking news situation, time that there's something active, people really can ask you questions. I think there are times though when you could, like tonight, I'm doing a special uh, report on how much sleep do you need, and what can contribute to losing sleep. And I think that could warrant potentially a Facebook Live video, but also, you know, being by myself out in the field, it's really difficult when you're juggling so much to try and set up a tablet, a phone, and try and do Facebook Live. So that's probably the reason, just lack of time to be able to do it.
Okay, so are there any situations in like certain stories or events in like when you should probably do a Facebook Live or when you think, hey, this would be like a great Facebook Live story?
I'd probably say the best use of Facebook Live that I've had was election night. I was in New York City at Donald Trump headquarters with Governor Mike Pence there, and as people were waiting, results were coming in, we were able to do Facebook Live, let people know, constant feed what was going on. They could ask me questions. So it's probably the best use of Facebook Live that I've had. I also had a photographer that night, so I wasn't juggling, trying to get the shot, getting people's reaction. I could just talk to people and let them know what was going on.
Okay. And so, what are the strengths of using Facebook Live? I know you kind of mentioned that a little bit.
Um, I think it's a good way if viewers are interested in a story, it allows them to ask you more questions about it. So, say my sleep story that's running tonight, I wasn't able to include everything. So, if someone wanted to ask me questions about, if I had any advice, if I learned anything to help them sleep, exactly how many hours you need, type of thing. I think that could be a good way to push a story more than just saying, hey, we've got stuff on the web, we've got a Facebook Live thing. So that's a good way to use Facebook Live. As I mentioned, like politics, breaking news. So the overturned truck tanker this morning, if you only have a hit at the top of the hour and bottom of the hour, you've got 20 minutes to play with. And in those 20 minutes, you could say on air, hey, I'm going to Facebook Live, head over to Wish TV's Facebook Live, or Wish TV's Facebook page, and I'm going to do a Facebook Live. So if you want to see more of this before we go on air, that's a good use of it, I would say.
Okay. And are there any cons to using Facebook Live? Or have you experienced?
Sure. When it first came out, I thought it was just, I'm going to do a live hit, and I just talked, and I didn't understand the concept is not really me talking, but me answering questions and people interacting with you. So I think there was a learning curve for me, and when I realized, you know, told myself to be quiet and then just read what was being said, um, that was a con. The other con is when you're using a cell phone, it's kind of hard to see what people are saying unless you're like put up close to your face. So having a tablet is very helpful with those types of stuff.
Okay. And then do you think employers, let me make sure. All right. Whose do you wish? Okay, so do employers look at stuff like reporters and anchors using Facebook Live or and just like Facebook components as well?
I will tell you, on my demo reel, there is a portion of my montage dedicated to Facebook Live. So yes, I think news directors are looking for it. They want to see that their talent is doing it. So in my mind, that is how important it's becoming. Definitely need to be doing more of it, but I think that is one tool that a news director wants to see. Sure, you can do a stand-up, a live hit, but are you including those bonus features and interacting with people off camera that drives them to the website and then to your story on air?
Okay. I think that's it. Do you have any advice or anything for student journalists who are trying to work with Facebook Live and about to graduate?
Um, I would say if you can find a way to use it and get good at it and find situations, that's important. But I wouldn't say focus so much on it. Don't look for ways to incorporate a Facebook Live all the time. That's taking away for the other things. Like I said, try to think of ways to include Facebook Live. Like if you're doing a special report, be like, hey, there's more that I couldn't fit in. I'm going to do a Facebook Live when I get off set at 6:15. But I think, if you have a professor saying, we need this all the time, you got to be doing this all the time, because you're going to distract, you're going to lose focus of your story, you're not going to focus as much. Find special times where it makes sense. Don't do too much.